Well, how am I? Amazing. Most of the time. Because, life happens. Life freaking happens. And one thing you gotta remind yourself during those times is that you wouldn't appreciate the good times as much as you do right now if you didn't know what it was like to be down. And me personally, I wouldn't have developed this my peace over everything sort of mindset if I didn't know what it was like to lose my peace of mind. So, yeah, I'm amazing. And more than anything, I'm obsessively grateful and learning to love life as it is, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Well, what do I miss? I miss the people and that intoxicatingly exhilarating feeling of being on stage, right? And freedom in all its forms and that simple human contact. Hugs. I'm big on hugs, so let's say it's been a little tough. It's been a little difficult. But other than that, I honestly don't miss miss much from before the pandemic. I mean, how many times in a generation does the entire world just stop, right? It's crazy. And I'm not saying that I don't want things to go back to how they were, but what I'm saying is that I finally had the time to get to know myself again and ask myself some pretty important questions like, what things in my life are worth going back to? So, growth happens in funny ways, honestly. And you, if you think you know me based on who I was 2 years ago, allow me to reintroduce myself. Let's talk about free time. Quarantine has forced me to slow down in ways that I haven't since I was a kid, to be honest. But the good thing is, creative energy has been flowing oh so freely. I've been writing so much of music. I've been experimenting like crazy in the kitchen. I legit have a sourdough obsession. It's a real thing. And I learned a little bit of yoga. And yeah, I ate junk food all day and watched Netflix for weeks. I mean, that was awesome, and I didn't have to feel guilty about that at all. And most of all, finding creative ways to keep my mental health in check. That stuff's real important too. So yeah, it's been fun. Milk and Sugar is my debut release, and it was released last Thursday, and I am super stoked. I mean, after countless years, almost a decade of being a part of the Colombo music scene and working and learning from a variety of unbelievably talented musicians, and not to mention countless days and countless sleepless nights experimenting with my sound in the studio, and honestly just asking myself the question, who am I as an artist, and what sort of artist do I truly want to be? After doing all of that work, I feel like I'm finally ready for the world to hear my music, and I'm so excited because there's so much coming your way. And let's talk more about Milk and Sugar. And I don't think Milk and Sugar would have been possible without the amazing set of people that backed me up. I wrote the song with Randall Head, and the track was produced, mixed, and mastered by the very talented Murandu. And we've got Ashane Bernard on piano, and we've got Roshane Silva on sax, guys. It's amazing. And Shivi Fernando on bass. These are some of the most talented and well-respected names in the Colombo music scene, and I'm beyond grateful. And I mentioned this earlier as well. They're some of the most humble humans at the same time, and I And I feel like it's such a win-win situation because the people that I work with is absolutely important to me. I gotta vibe with them. I gotta share that same taste in music, and more than anything, I need people that have more soul than ego, and I feel like I absolutely found my people. Simply put, Milk and Sugar was inspired by my love for a good old cup of milk tea. And if you cannot already tell, I'm a big milk tea lover, and I was not always a morning person. But one thing I absolutely look forward to every morning growing up was my mom's milk tea. The feeling you get when you take that first sip in the morning and you feel that warmth wake you up oh so gently. I mean, I happen to think that this feeling is pretty close to the feeling of being in love. So when I read this, when I read this line in one of Randall's songs, it said, "Milk and sugar in my tea." While we were jamming in the South one day, I was almost instantly inspired, and I came home and I wrote Milk and Sugar. The release of Milk and Sugar is not only a big milestone for me, it's also the beginning of a brand new journey. You know, like I said, for the past couple of years, I've been strictly focusing on finding my sound, finding my style, my people, my team, and I've been working on music and writing music obsessively, you know, and I've got so many surprises in store for you, and all I can say is stay tuned. And for those of you who don't know me, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Romaine Willis. I'm a singer-songwriter born and raised in Sri Lanka. Believe it or not, I've been a part of the Colombo music scene close to a decade now, and I'm currently the female vocalist of a very well-known band named Flame. And when I'm not performing, I write a lot of music. I absolutely love playing around with beats and melodies, and I spend hours writing music and singing at a stretch, lost so deep that I lose track of time completely. I mean, it gives me peace of mind, you know. It's almost like I'm stuck in a world of my own, just me and my emotions, and with a way to let it all out. And yeah, I'm absolutely grateful that music became such a big part of my life. I mean, I don't know what I'd do without it, you know. And I believe all of us have dreams, and mine happens to revolve around music. And somebody once said, if your dreams don't scare you a little bit, maybe, just maybe, they aren't big enough. Alright, thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. You must really like me. And if you do, please go ahead and check out my debut release, Milk and Sugar. It's out on all platforms, and you can show your support by streaming my music on Spotify and iTunes. You can add it to a playlist or share it with your friends, and these little things honestly go a long way. So please support your local talent and local artists so we can keep doing what we do. Speaking of supporting local talent, Decibel, thank you so much for having me. And you guys, thanks for watching. I read every message, I read every comment, and I see every like, every share, and let me tell you, I feel the love, and I am beyond grateful. So thank you so much. See you in the next one.